Hello everybody, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Saturday afternoon now. It is about 12:15 on a Saturday afternoon. I'm not feeling depressed. I just feel I'm at my wit's end of trying to get help for myself, help from my mum, help for other people. I'm at my wit's end. You just keep coming against brick walls. Like there isn't, you're just some kind of toy, you know, that they're playing with, and that you're fighting against something that I don't know what I'm fighting against. I don't know who it is that's instigating all this crap. I don't know what is going on at all. So I got up this morning around 8 o'clock-ish, and I felt okay. I made myself a cup of coffee. I washed my face, the usual bathroom stuff. Had breakfast. I'm not going into TikTok anymore. I've deleted the application from my phone. It was just making me angry. How people are using other people to make money. How I don't want to sit and watch somebody eat. I've got bags of crisps. Why would you stuff your face in front of the camera while you're talking to people? It was pissing me off. Every live stream I was going into was pissing me off. I started live streaming and I thought, okay, this is good, this is fun. I had my benefits stopped. I thought, yeah, well, let's see if you can make money from TikTok, and I can't at all. And then you go into other people's live streams and they're getting all these gifts, they're laughing their heads off, they're stuffing their face, they're getting presents, and you sit there and you think, is this worth it? Is this really worth it? Is it worth it to get insulted by cunts you don't even know? People you don't know, you've never met them, never seen their face, they're just insulting you behind a fucking fake profile. So I thought, I've had enough. I've had enough of it. I'm trying to help people as well, and trying to, I can't afford to give gifts because my benefit's been stopped. If I could, I would. And then you've even got one cow bag saying, it doesn't matter if you're on benefits, you can still give me a couple of quid. And I thought, I've had a fucking belly full of this. I've had enough of this, and I've just come out of it. How awful for somebody to say to people that have not got much money. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're on the benefits. You can afford a pound, afford a couple of quid. You get hooked on it. You get roped in, and you end up out of pocket yourself. And I've not 50p. Ooh, ouch! Come out of it. It's so easy to go back in it. I deleted the app. I logged out of it. I am still getting notified by TikTok. I don't know why. I don't want to see it. So I don't want to see its logo. I don't want to hear from it. Either these people are genuinely making money out of misfortunate people, or they're just put there to draw people in, and I'm not happy about it at all. So I think I best stay away from it. I had a regular routine for the past 14 days of waking up in the morning, uploading a video to YouTube, then going on to TikTok, live streaming for an hour, and I thought I was making people happy. I thought we was having a chat. I thought there was some nice music being played and chilled out, and then it turns, you get some just imbeciles coming into the chat being silly, just being silly. I had enough of it. So obviously the danger is that these lunatics are on the streets. Seriously. if they can't get to you online, this is what I told the police several months ago, if you don't humour them, the danger is that it's somebody in the near vicinity, and they're going to start. We've had a lot of giggling going on, you know, childish giggling and stupidity, which is just, you can just laugh that off yourself. They're just wankers. If they don't want to get in front of the camera, they wouldn't stand in front of it. That's the truth. They wouldn't jump in front of it and stand in front of it. They're doing it on purpose, and then they're trying to incite trouble and say you're putting the camera on them when they've walked in front of it. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you don't want to be in the front of the camera, you'd walk away from it. So they're deliberately walking in front of the camera and then complaining. I'm turning the camera away from people as much as I can. So we went out with Max this morning, just after 10 a.m. and I was feeling like crap. I always do when I come back from my mum's. I feel like shit. Hours of ranting in my earhole about my deceased father, Derek, and what he did to my mother, reverberating in my earholes, has made me a bit pissed off. And that is why I needed some mental health support, because this is what happens when I go around to see my mother. She keeps ranting on about herself, what was done to her. I'm copying, imitating her. Come back to my block of flats and everybody's copying me with baseball caps and fucking whatnot, and it does my head in. Makes me feel awful, and I just wanted some help and a support, and I can't get any. You can't get any. So I end up having to just try and help myself, which is difficult when I'm in a place I loathe and detest with people I don't like, and I just want to get out of here. And I have done. I've got a diary from 2023 over there saying this place makes me depressed. 2 years ago. Feels like you're being punished and locked up in prison. That's exactly what it does. I feel isolated, and I don't like it. It's shut off from like the rest of the world with these bullies attacking me every day, and it affects my mental health, and I'm pissed off with it, but I can't get out. So there you go. The doctor's surgery want £50 off me for a letter that's already been written. It's absolutely outrageous. And then I get 2 female black doctors or clinicians ringing me yesterday. No help and support at all. Load of bollocks. Just winds me up and makes me feel worse. So I went out with Max. First thing you've got is a man with a little boy with a green baseball cap on. Turned the camera away. Walked up towards where that van with Steve was written on it yesterday. And then I walking onto the field, and you've got blonde women. The female in the co-op that I don't speak to anymore is blonde mixed with grey hair. I don't go in that co-op. I don't speak to her. If I see her, I turn my back on her and walk away. I'm not a spectacle. I don't want to be made fun of. And with gang stalking, they recruit people to spy on you. And it is the truth when you're gang stalked. So people in shops, people outside, it's not paranoia. It's not madness. They recruit people to keep an eye on you. Where are you? What you're doing? So I don't go in the co-op anymore, because she was relaying personal information back to that Charlie character. Right, and those 2 were stooges as well that live next. They still live there. Charlie and his girlfriend, next door to the Freemasonic Lodge in Rochester. Why they actually lived next door to the Freemasons, and they start following me about and gathering information about myself, and the neighbour nuisance got worse since I told them about what I was suffering, And why would a man come up to you on the field who's got a girlfriend already and invite you back to his flat? It doesn't, none of this makes sense at all. I'm happy on my own. I'm happy single. I've never felt so better. My hair has grown a lot. I'm looking after myself. I feed myself. My hair is clean. I take a shower every other day. I mean, for goodness sake. This guy that met me on the field hadn't had a wash for 9 months. And you know what I mean? So Max, no! I was trying to get onto the balcony. Didn't realise the door was slightly open. His behaviour's changed since Wednesday. He's got bitey, snappy and very clingy. Since Wednesday I left him to go and see my mum. So I've got to work on his behaviour again. Try and give him some comfort and love. I don't know what's happened. I've left this flat. I know there's kids about in the corridors with bicycles. I don't know if something's happened to him while I was out. He's very, very snappy. I'd got him to be quiet when we walked past people. Now he started being snappy again. I went onto the field and you had a bloke with a white hoodie over his head walking in front of me. They do that. It looks like satanic worship. It does. They do it in the summer as well. They put hoods over their heads. Like demons. I don't know why they do it. Even when it's hot, they put a hood over their head. I was walking around the fields and then there was a couple with a sandy coloured dog behind me, and I just walked around the field dodging joggers. Loads of joggers this morning, female and male joggers, and I just get out the way. There was a sound like a dentist drill. When I walked past the Mercedes building, there was drilling going on and it sounded like I was sat in the dentist, which brings back some memories of the dentist and having my teeth extracted. So I started to get pissed off and upset. No one wants to remember nasty, bloody, horrible things, but gang stalkers like to remind you of the past. And it makes you feel shitty and grotty. And then you're liable to snap. And they either want you in jail, locked up, or they want you to end your life. And I keep saying this, and it's true. Make you miserable, stuck indoors with nothing. And then they show off in front of you, and what they have got is not a lot. It isn't a lot when you look at it. They're sad fuckers that just they get paid for they get paid for annoying you and antagonising you. They get paid for it. So when I went into the Valera 7777, which is, a piss take on 666, Satan, what you see when you go into this Ukraine TikTok, this live TikTok, is something out of the dark web. I have never seen anything like it before, and it's disturbing, and it's made me feel disturbed. You've got a son with his mum living in horrific conditions. The floor is black. Somebody asked me for pictures of my feet, and my feet are clean. I shower. But this guy has got black feet. They're black. It's like he hasn't had a wash in years. But he had lovely hair. He had beautiful hair. And I've told you, you're watching I don't know whether it's the cameraman, or he's got someone to cut this lovely chap's hair off. It feels like I'm watching torture on the dark web. I don't know how it's being allowed, how TikTok is allowing this. Viewers to what it's like something I've watched on Netflix, like a game, a macabre, horrific game where you're watching two people being tortured. And it's made me feel disturbed. It's affected my mental health. And God knows how many other people it's affected as well. It's like a scene out of the dark web. You've got this guy shaving this young lad's hair off and his beard. All he needed was a wash, like in a shower. Are these two hostages? Is it real? Mother and son living together, probably sleeping on the same bed in Ukraine, Russia. It's absolutely horrific. And the elderly lady is on her hands and knees clearing up rubbish in a bin bag, and she must be over 70. It was like watching some kind of torture or horror film. And other people are going into the live stream. Is this real? Is this real? It looks like a horror film. This poor elderly woman is picking up rubbish and putting in a black bin bag. So I commented on a couple of the live streams. I said, this is frightening. It's frightening. What's going on? These people need a hot meal and there's some clothes. They've been wearing the clothes like for months. The same clothes. They're black. The boy's skinny and the mother looks like she's been punched in the eye. So I've come out of there. I commented because I wanted these people to get some help. I didn't want them tortured. I didn't want the guy to have his hair cut off or the woman beaten up. So I've come out of there. It's like watching something out of the dark web, which I don't watch the dark web, but I've obviously heard what they do. They torture people and children. And that's what it felt like for me. And it's affected me. It's made me feel angry and upset, and I can't help them because they're obviously in a different country. So you've got other people waggling their hair, and this bloke is they're being spiteful to me because I made a comment where I said the guy had lovely blue eyes and hair. So they've cut his fucking hair off. And these bitches are waggling their hair about. They're bitches. Because I said the guy had lovely eyes and hair. I just hope they haven't tortured that guy because of my comments. Because that would be insane. That would be pure insanity. And how evil are these women? How evil are they? Females. That's what's making me angry. That's why I won't go in there anymore. I'm trying to get myself out of it. I can't help everybody however much I would like to. But it's affecting my temperament. It's making me angry because I've seen this guy's had his head shaved off. And these women outside, all of them, are going like this with their hair and shoveling it about. That is torture. That is wicked. Anyway, I went onto the field, walked Max, and everything was pissing me off, and I thought I better go home. I need to get home because otherwise I'm going to lose my temper, and I'm not having them fucking messing around with my head anymore. I need to cool off, listen to some music, relax before I lose it. Because these women were really making me angry. They're bitches. So there was a young man outside the communal door. about a kid, a teenager. A woman in a black baseball cap had been laughing as I came round the corner. A woman of about 20 was laughing her head off in a black baseball cap. I had my pink baseball cap on like this. She had a black one on, and she was laughing her head off as I was coming round the corner. And as I was coming round the corner, outside my flats was a teenage boy with black hair. And I went round the back. I went round the back of the flats. I don't know what they think they're doing. Right? They're perverts as well. So I went round the back of the flats, came into the back of the flats, and the Derek lookalike with long curly grey hair was delivering to the flats. Royal Mail guy. He's got a Poosh accent like the Royals. Pass on for Crystal. That's like posh. He didn't have anything for me today. Dressed up like my father. They try and frighten you. They try and scare you. The replicas of your past, things that upset you. And now, you see, I'm indoors and they're all happy. They're all going past, laughing their heads off because they think that I'm miserable indoors, but I'm not. I want to rest today. It's cooler outside. I'm listening to some wonderful music. I've had a burger for lunch. I've got food. Torture I hate. This is how they framed me in 2008. They play on your heartstrings, and then you get involved in something, and then you get into trouble. I can't tell you the whole details of what happened to me in 2008, but they are trying to do the same thing. This is how you get involved in fraud as well. You feel sympathy for people, you give money, and you can end up in some kind of sinister sort of shit. So I'm coming out of it. And the helicopters, noisy, circling my head like police helicopters. I have done nothing wrong. I'm harmless. It's ridiculous. I told you these block of flats is named after a train robber, a criminal. Ronnie Biggs. Alexa, who's Ronnie Biggs?
Ronald Arthur Biggs was an English criminal who helped plan and carry out the Great Train Robbery of 1963.
There you go. Ronnie Biggs, criminal. And that's the block of flats they've put me in. And my father was the criminal, my father Derek. That's what they've done. And I can't get out of here. It's like being in solitary confinement with nobody to speak to. And people trying to take a piece out of me. That woman's dog next door has jumped on my leg. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've done nothing wrong. I need to get out of here. So at the moment, I am feeling cross, angry, and I have to now look after myself, right? Calm myself down before I go outside again, because it will be filmed again. I'm not going into TikTok and live streaming them because I need a record of these people and there's different people every day. It's not the same ones. Don't know where they come from. But I need what they're doing on camera. Live streaming, it doesn't record it. But if you film it to YouTube, it records it. So I've had my lunch. I don't know if there's any post. It really doesn't matter if there isn't. Everything's sorted out benefit-wise. Everything's okay. and there's nothing to really worry about. I can actually survive without going up to see my mother again. And if anybody thinks I've got no money, right, when I went round to see my mother, right, I told her, because at that time I didn't have any money, I didn't have anything. When I went round to see my mum, she told me she was going to give me £30, right? And that's what I've got, £30. And I have had this since Wednesday. I haven't blown it in the co-op. So you've got DC48, DC48, AB28, two £5 notes. They've all got the Queen's head on. There's no King Charles with his big ears. So you've got AJ38, an AK-47 and an AK-47. Alexa, what is an AK-47?
According to Wikipedia, the AK-47, officially known as the Avtomat Kalashnikova, is an assault rifle that is chambered for the 7.62 x 39mm cartridge.
It's a gun. An AK-47 is a gun. Make of that what you will, but I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. Alexa, where is the AK-47 manufactured?
The AK-47 is from Soviet Union.
Russia. Russia. Right, guys. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I am pretty sure something sinister is going on in this country that I just don't want to get involved in anyway. I don't know if those two guys are hostages or what. I don't know. I don't know what I've got involved in there. I just made comments that why are these people living like this? And I've had pornography sent to me. I've had really weird things said to me, and I'm keeping out of it. And I've just got rid of TikTok. A similar thing happened in Gloucestershire in 2006 to 8, where I felt like I got involved in something that was underhand and sinister as well. What I watched on the internet, what people were telling me to go and do, violent pornography. I've told you in the previous videos, you know, I don't know what's going on. I've been embroiled in it for over 20 years. I feel like a prisoner myself. I cannot get out of it. I don't know what it is. The number plates, everything I see, everything I hear, the car alarms going off, the noises. I just keep myself to myself now. I don't want to get involved with anybody. I don't trust them, and I think that's justified. You would simply be able to move. They won't let me move. I feel everything is orchestrated, and I'm just a slave to them, whoever they are. I'm going to go now, and I don't want anybody coming within 2 meters distance of me. I don't want sex in my face. I want to be left alone. See you later.